this one up. And the Razorbacks will kick it away to start. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Sooners offense takes the field for the first time today. And here he is, guys. Anytime he takes the field, he is in complete control of this offense.
And David, he gives defensive coordinators nightmares because of his ability. They're going to have a hard time slowing him down.
No, he just doesn't have those weaknesses, those flaws. The whole playbook available, and he is a dude.
Off he goes. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. This little kind of push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Offense gets set for second down. The back goes in motion. Wants to throw on second down. Got his man on the outside. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Leaves it with the back. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
The Sooners with the 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Pull down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to...
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Sooner.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the Arkansas Razorbacks offense will go to work for the first time today. Both of these defenses, David, anchored by star middle backers.
I mean, they're just stars right in the middle of the defense. You'll see them go sideline to sideline, and they will make plays all over the field.
Yeah, these guys are the heart and souls of their defense. They're the leaders. Everybody looks up to them. They're constantly making plays.
The Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Got his man down the middle. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Well, That's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. It'll be a draw. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Moves away as he feels pressure. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback? And the Razorbacks are marching down the field.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a 1st down? Just really hard to stop.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Well, the problem with the play-action game is that it forces the QB to hold on to the ball just a little bit longer to allow some of these plays to develop. And, of course, that gives this defense longer to get after it.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Corner showing press. They want to be physical here. Forced out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. They'll try to snap it quickly.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the 1st down, and getting down because defense.
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a 1st down. Going to the ground is what the Razorbacks love to do to move those chains with guys like Peyton Hillis and Darren McFadden.
Yeah, and you think of just Felix Jones along with the same era, just guys that toted the rock with some physicality, just tough guys that make you bring your lunch. When you want to come tackle them, you better bring it.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bryant. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this game.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Good right down the boulevard. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Wide receiver shows motion. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Sooners decide to punt it away. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the 1st quarter.
Personal foul.
roughing the kicker. Defense. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. The aerial assault continues. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he'll be smacked to the ground. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush.
And the ball is intercepted. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Arkansas. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he did the pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part.
He's looking deep. A full dive to haul that one in. Another big play for this Sooner receiver, dare I say, Hollywood-esque.
Hollywood is right, and that's one guy that comes to mind, by the way. But this offense, it just does what it does. No matter the name, no matter the coach, whoever it is, it's going to be high-flying, it's going to be fast-paced, and it's going to be...
Hit the afterburners, kid. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Running back goes in motion. Trying to get to it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Yeah, in this part of the field, man, those windows shrink, and it's hard as a quarterback sometimes to really force yourself to throw the football. You're sitting in a good spot in second and goal. Just throw that thing away. Don't take the sack and put it.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. It's good. And that's going to tie it up. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Minnesota is currently rowing the boat right now, and this is shaping up to be a blowout to remember. They're up 14 over Penn State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Here comes the offense on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got his man downfield. He is smashing people. The Razorbacks come to the line in the hurry up.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and to it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Back open in the middle. Making the running back a weapon in the passing game makes it so difficult on the defense to cover everything.
No doubt. And listen, there's so many matchups across the board. If I'm playing offense.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And the QB has had a nice drive. And this offense has been throwing the football all over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on him. Nice job getting to the quarterback, affecting him. And even better, getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got an open man. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. They want to throw it. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house him, and the defense tackles him at the 3.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll try to run it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more...
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you...
Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. He's looking to throw, feeling some heat. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
They're bringing heat. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
3rd and long equals pass almost every single time. Pin your ears back. Go get the quarterback. Great job by the defense, understanding the situation. Everybody flying upfield, putting pressure. Know the quarterback's going to hold it. Get to him. Strip, sack. You get the rock.
Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Getting some heat. It's caught. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. I think that receiver really had two choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he was going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these curl routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and, man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
Makes his connection. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. And the Sooners want to crank the tempo. Snapped it in the shotgun. Quarterback extends the play. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold it.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The Sooners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Lets it fly. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And the returner is stopped. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The give to the lone running back. And he could not get loose on the run. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Fayetteville.
The Sooners will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustment.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Paul, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Off play action. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming after it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
When you're on college football.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And the Sooners are rolling down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. 3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. He caught it. Touchdown Sooners. And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Line gets set, 1st down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He looks that one in nicely. It's loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Turns it loose. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
You got to give this defense a ton of credit because they watch the film. They watch this offense go up and down the field. This QB throw multiple TDs their last game out. Didn't allow a TD pass in the 1st half. And here they are in the 2nd half doing a nice job defending the deep ball.
Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy at quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there. You know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense even more exciting.
Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. Fast motion from the offense. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And they got him for the sack.
Goodness gracious. This is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
This poor quarterback has been running for his life. He has never been able to get his feet set, stare downfield, and try and pick this defense apart because he's constantly throwing with pressure in his face.
Here's the return. Makes the tackle, really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Great job by the DB covering deep. Listen, you always say deep to shallow, deep to shallow. Don't give up the big play. Great job by the DBs seeing the football.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it's caught inside the 20. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On second down, he'll fire. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Hit as he throws. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Man, at this stage of the game, does that hurt to have 6 points taken off the board? Now they've got to regroup and try to get it in again. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Going for 6. And he's got it. Touchdown, Oklahoma. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. Handoff from the gun. Fighting off the defender. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He's looking for a man on second down. Trying to make magic with his feet. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Razorbacks headed quickly to the line. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Adams. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
The Razorbacks are on the move.
Hey, it's important on offense in the passing game. You got to have balance. And I mean, you got to be able to attack different thirds of the field. You got to work the perimeter to both sides. You got to let the defense know, too, that you're not afraid to go over the middle. They did right there.
And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. 3rd down for the offense after recovering their own fumble. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Boy, was he well protected. Finally lets one go to the left. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll pull it down and run. Takes it on the shovel. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
At this this point of the game, the offense has the lead. And the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
A lot of times those draw plays are successful when those defensive linemen run up the field, rush the quarterback, create some holes. Not this time. The defensive line did a really good job understanding that, seeing the draw play, getting the running back, getting his butt on the ground.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. First down here for the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Pocket starts to collapse. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Razorbacks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And that is a major reason why this team is losing the football game. They can't protect the quarterback. They can't generate big plays in the passing game because up front, they're getting beaten time and time again.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Moves around to clear up the vision. Across the 25, he's got room. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. He's looking to throw it. Makes the catch. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. From the gun, looking for a man. Fires into the end zone. Caught near the sticks. It's Adams. Touchdown, Arkansas! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And the extra point draws them closer. It's 31-24. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. BYU was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen from the Cougars over the years. A win, yes, but this one lacked style points. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. Speeding down the left side. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown Sooners. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point was good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. He's going to run it. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He's taking the deep shot. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Quarterback checking the play. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll try the run. Runs through the tackle. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
From the gun, give on the inside. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. 7 is the lucky and skilled number for this squad as they've made it to this point in the season, and they are still perfect.
Still perfect, and they're cooking. You can tell they got some momentum. 7 weeks, obviously, that's not the whole season. You got big